The valley was quiet in early seasons, when the grass was still short and the water clear. Rowan the crane lived near the riverbank, tall and careful, known for watching more than speaking. He helped where he could, warned others when storms came, and kept his distance from arguments when disputes rose among the animals. Rowan believes silence kept things from growing worse. He trusted that truth, if left alone, would stay intact. Near the valley lived many others who talked more than they worked. Foxes traded rumors like currency. Geese repeated half-heard words until they sounded certain. The wolves who oversaw the territory listened closely to whispers, believing danger often arrived quietly. In such a place, information mattered, and so did who carried it. One evening, Rowan noticed the badgers moving their stores deeper underground. When he asked why, one badger muttered that the upper fields might soon be claimed by the wolves. Rowan did not argue. He only nodded and later mentioned it casually to Lark, a small finch known for knowing everyone's business. He said it without weight, without warning, as if stating the weather. He trusted Lark to hear it as it was said. By morning, the story had grown. Lark told the geese that Rowan believed the wolves planned to seize land. The geese told the deer that Rowan had proof. By midday, the story had sharpened into something dangerous. Rowan was no longer an observer. He was a messenger of unrest. Rowan sensed a shift before he understood it. Conversations stopped when he approached. Eyes followed him longer than usual. A fox asked him whether he thought the wolves were weak. Rowan said nothing, confused by the question. Silence, he believed, would drain the tension. Instead, it fed it. That night, the wolves summoned Rowan. They were not angry, only cold. They asked what he knew. Rowan spoke carefully, repeating exactly what he had heard from the badger. He said he had no proof, no belief, only concern. The wolves listened but exchanged glances. They had heard other versions, ones where Rowan warned of rebellion, ones where he encouraged animals to prepare. Rowan left uneasy but still hopeful. Truth, he believed, would settle. It did not. The next days grew tight. The wolves increased patrols. Fields were restricted. Small animals lost access to water paths. Hunger spread. Fear needed a source, and Rowan's name had already been chosen. When a rabbit was injured during a patrol, the foxes said Rowan's words had caused the tension. When supplies were seized, the geese said Rowan had predicted it. Every action bent back toward him. He heard these stories last, always after they had hardened. Tried to speak then. He corrected one goose. He explained himself to a boar. But explanations sounded like excuses once belief had settled. His calm tone was mistaken for calculation. His pauses were called strategize more carefully. He spoke, the less he was trusted. When the wolves returned, they did not ask questions, told Rowan he would be sent away from the river, beyond the valley, until peace returned. Rowan protested once. He said exile would prove nothing. As Rowan was escorted out, few watched. Those who did looked relieved. The valley felt lighter without him, they said. Weeks passed. Without Rowan, storms went unwarned. The wolves stretched thin. Missed signs they once relied on Rowan to notice. The valley suffered quietly. His wings weakened from lack of flight, his calls unanswered. He replayed the moment he spoke to Lark, wondering why he had trusted listening ears instead of careful ones. He understood too late that silence can be twisted just as easily as speech, and trust given without thought can cost more than words. He never returned to the valley. In time, some animals realized what they had lost, but regret traveled slower than gossip ever had. Words do not need to be false to destroy someone, only misplaced. And trust offered without care can turn honesty into a sentence that cannot be undone.